Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Looks like it's going to be another bright, sunshiny day. Now, yesterday started out nice, but it did rain in the afternoon, so I was really glad that I got out for my quick scoot in the morning, because I wouldn't have been able to get out when I normally do. Anyway, today is supposed to be nice all day. I checked the sunrise this morning. It was acceptable. I saw the walkers. They came by at, I think it was 7:19, something like that. They came over the bridge. It's still a little bit dark at that time, and they're going to get to the place where until the time changes, and I think it changes on the 2nd of November here in Winnipeg anyway. We'll be rolling our clocks back, so that might help a little bit with our daylight in the morning. Okay, now, enough about that. What did I do wrong yesterday? I was going to say, welcome to step 43, but well, yeah, we're in step 43. I guess what happened yesterday that I forgot to do really has nothing to do with step 42 or 43. It has to do with a painting and marking guide. Yeah. I forgot to paint the bottom here. And thanks to that viewer who reminded me, because I genuinely forgot. I probably would have thought of it later, but if I had have thought of it before I glued this little pipe on, I think it was one of the last things we did yesterday, was glue this pipe in place. It should have been glued on afterwards. I don't know if it can be easily snapped off now or not. It is just glued on, paint to paint. Yeah, that was too bad. I'll probably use, I don't think I'll be using the, well, if I look at, what did they call here for? H39. Do I have an H339? Do I have a 339? No, it looks like 338 is as high as I go number-wise. So maybe in the color call-out here it says what is the same as 339. Oh yeah, Tamiya XF24. Pretty sure I got that. Okay, here we go. XF24. It's already thinned and paint retarder added. Yeah. Hey, why not? Mind you, I'm going to be brushing it on anyway. This looks like it'll be extremely hard to mask. There's just too many nooks and crannies, and as near as I can tell, the parts that are painted are the panels that would come off. You know what? I'm noticing here on the back of the motor. I'll dub in this what I'm pointing at. It looks like there's something that we have to glue on eventually. That might be done in this step. Yes, it is. S30 and S20. And they are supposed to be painted dark. So maybe we should get those pieces painted. Probably be a good idea maybe before we stick them on. I guess these would be what you might call an inspection plate. That in all likelihood, where is it here? Well, I was going to say the whole bottom plate comes off, but it doesn't. These are the inspection plates for, I guess, for, let's say you had to replace a piston or something like that. You take the side of the engine off, you can reach inside to get the bottom of the crankshaft off. Okay, enough of that. I've never done it myself, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. I just kind of know. Yeah, let's move on here. Missy the dog is due to come by soon. Oh, in the Missy the dog segment yesterday, you may have noticed that when I went and was trying to sit down, it looked like I was swinging the camera back and forth, I wasn't doing that. What had happened was I had, in my editing, I had set it so it would track on Missy. And I made the mistake of holding the camera directly above her. And let's say that my cup is Missy. And Missy would move a little bit this way, so the camera would swing around so that it viewed it like this. And then when she'd come over here, the camera would sort of swing around so it looked at it from this side. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't know why I even tried. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to do that again. I'll have the camera off more to the side if I use the auto tracking in editing. It's a fairly sophisticated program. The problem is, if I wanted to do it in 360 degrees, so that you could take your mouse and put it on your screen and drag it around and look all over the place, I can't add clips together. I have to take it right out of the camera and upload it as it is onto YouTube. I can darken it or lighten it, enhance the color if I wanted to. That kind of stuff I can do, but I can't add clips together, which is at least not yet. The program that I'm talking about, the program now that came with the camera. So it could be that in time they'll improve on that. Oh my goodness, we're getting off the subject really bad here. We are going to have to get some parts together here. I don't think we have too much already made up that has to go on here in step 43. I don't even know if these pieces go on in this step. They might go on in the next step. Oh yeah, they do go on. Yeah, they do. It calls them M here. Let's get at it. Now, I was just looking at these little, I guess, fuel lines. And at first I thought that some of them were similar, too similar, and I get them mixed up, like the S2 and the 33. I thought that they, I could get them mixed up, but I'm realizing that, they are different. So I don't think I need to be putting these in separate tuna fish tins with numbers or anything like that. I think we can just go ahead and get the parts moving from left to right, or in your case, bottom to top. S15 is the first one. Now these ones, as I mentioned, I've already got. Now these ones here, the 39, V39 and V40, they do look very similar. It could be that when I cut them, I'll be able to see distinctive differences, but it could be that these 12 pieces that we have to get here, like we need 6 of these and 6 of these. Okay. Anyway, let's our 15 is right here, so maybe we can just sort of move in a little bit and see if we can carefully get this off without breaking it. Now remember my trick of holding against the sprue when I cut, so that it doesn't pop out and break the part off. Okay. So there we go. I think we did okay. Alright, we got that one. There's probably about half a dozen or more pipes altogether. I'm just going to go ahead and get them. Okay, this time I think I'm going to get myself sat down because Missy's going to be in the door any second. Ah, look who's here. Come on. There you go. Morning, Max.
She's getting to be a teenager. She's in a rebellious mood this morning.
Missy, are you rebellious this morning?
I told her what to do a couple of times. She just snorted at me. Oh, the tail is wagging.
Yes, the tail is wagging.
The bacon gets full. 5 wags.
Yeah, this
5 wags out of 5.
Yeah, this is from Gizmo, Buddy, and Bun Bun. Yeah, so say hello to them.
Thank you, Gizmo, Buddy, and Bun Bun. And parents. Parents of same.
I hope you're chewing those. Are you, Missy, are you chewing those? Huh? You chewing those?
This is not if I can help it. Yeah. It's just inhale them straight in, you know?
Yeah, that's why I'm cutting them up smaller, because okay, there's only 2 left here. That's it. All gone. All gone. Yeah, all gone. Okay. You gonna go explore the house or you gonna come back? You gonna come back? Okay. You know, I was thinking, how come it's called a labradoodle, but it looks like a spaniel?
Well, the combination of poodle and Labrador Retriever, and she has a poodle's ears, but a Labrador Retriever's nose, if you know what I mean. And so it definitely gives her a cocker look, you know.
Okay, Missy the dog. Missy the dog. All right, edit that out later. And I've got almost all the pieces we need here now off of the S sprue. I think there's maybe a little bit more. Some of these pieces I had to be very careful. Some of these lines I had to be very careful when I nipped them off. Yeah, they were attached rather precariously to the sprue. Now, there's a bunch more stuff down here on the S sprue. So I may as well get them, and like I mentioned before, they're distinctively different, so I don't think I need to worry about accidentally getting them mixed up, gluing them in the wrong place. Okay, I'm just going to continue on here. There was a lot more than I thought. But that's always the way it is. I think in every step, I look at the step and I think, oh, this is going to be easy. This is going to be fast. We'll be turning the page this evening. And 2 weeks later, we turn the page. Okay, as I was saying earlier, there's a lot more parts than I thought there was. And I don't have any of the sprue cleaned off of these parts yet. I'm just methodically going to go through them. Now, when it came to the V39s and the V40s, at first I thought there's no difference between these. And then when I looked really close and had them laying out, one of each laying out side by side, I could see there was a very slight difference. Now we almost need the macro lens to see it. Anyway, I did see the difference, and when I checked on the manual, I thought, well, these drawings look the same. But they're not. They're just slightly different. So I'll just show you that. That's kind of interesting. You know, it's the sort of thing, though, that I do believe they could go either way in the engine block here, and I don't think it would definitely not be noticeable if you got them wrong, but we may as well try and get them right. Okay, I'll put the macro lens on. Oh, before we do that, I want to show you something else that's kind of interesting. At least it's interesting to me. We now have all the parts, almost all the parts, off of the S sprue and the V sprue. On the S sprue, there's just 2 little pipes left, and on the V sprue, there's this thing here. That's all that's left. Yeah, we are slowly working our way through the parts. I would say we're probably over half done now. Okay, this piece here, we made that yesterday. This was these ones we made, what, 3 or 4 days ago. They're all painted. And so we've got our number 40 here, and our 39. Now, when you look at them, you can see, well, first of all, if you were to put one on top of the other like this, at first glance they look the same. But if you will notice, right here on our 39, there's a little groove right there. And if you look closely, you can see where, excuse me, Trumpeter tried to draw it, but somehow their arrow that goes up to it is kind of spoiling the drawing. This one here, it does not have that thing drawn. However, if we were to flip this over the other way, you can see it's got this little groove right there. Now, I don't know what that's all about. I looked at the block and I couldn't see, you know, it wasn't keyed or anything like that I could see. But it'll make it easy to get it right. So it doesn't matter, in other words, if I get these mixed up. So if we want to play the shell game with it, it's no problem. Okay, it appears that we need a piece of photo etch here. Just one piece. This square one right here in the middle. And yeah, I don't think it's going to give us too much trouble. At least that's the plan. But we're going to have to do that tomorrow. Also, we need a piece off the Z sprue, Z20, and it looks a lot like one of those light fixtures. And we're replacing all those with LEDs, if you remember, so we'll deal with that tomorrow too, maybe. Also, I gotta clean up all these parts. Then we gotta paint them. Yeah, there's more to this engine than I thought, that's for sure. I know I've probably said that 5 times now, or to that effect. But it's a nice afternoon still, and I want to get out. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with this morning's sunrise or not. I guess we'll know in a very few seconds here, because I'm going to wind this episode up. And it's either going to be there or it isn't. Thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.